Over 900 bags of foreign parboiled rice have been seized by officers of the Western Marine Command of the Nigerian Customs along the Badagry Creeks in Lagos. Speaking on the seizure, the new controller of the command, Sirkin Kebi Mustafa, explained that the command will do more to stop smuggling and other illegal activities on the western waters.
It's the maiden briefing of the new controller in charge of the Western Marine Command of the Nigeria Customs Service. At the command warehouse, the controller, Sirkin Kebi Mustafa, took journalists round food items and petroleum products seized in the first month of his leadership.
We have a total of 941 foreign parboiled rice of 50 kg in our warehouse here. Then we have 66 kegs of petroleum products of 25 kg. So far, that's what we have.
He explains that the command will continue to work hard to flush out criminals.
I'm here to fully implement federal government fiscal policies and to combat and suppress smuggling in the waters. I assure you and Nigerians that smugglers in our waters will not find it easy again. When the roads are no longer motorable, that is when they normally use the waters, and we will not allow them. If they are hearing me, you better go and start a legal business, because you fail. You are going to fail. You are going to lose your capital. You are going to lose your investment.
Most of the food will go to internally displaced people's camps around the country. But the controller believes his command can do better and looks to the Customs Service to take care of some of the operational challenges so it can achieve a higher rate of success.
Plans have been finalized with foreign investors to revive the abandoned coal mine in Enugu State as part of the federal government's efforts to diversify the economy. Representatives of South African mining company Cement Group are meeting up with Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi to discuss the modalities of its operations. Now, the agreement with Cement to making the mines working again will also provide an alternative source of power generation.
Since the discovery of crude oil decades ago, Nigeria's coal industry has suffered a major blow, taking the back seat as a revenue earner and alternative source of power generation. Nigeria still holds large coal reserves, estimated to be at least 2 billion metric tons. The largest deposits are known to be in Enugu State, where it was first discovered in 1909. Most of the mines have been abandoned. The president's promise to revive the industry is being fulfilled.
Know that we are very committed to developing Enugu State and the Southeast as a whole. So we encourage you to leverage and partner with them, make it possible that the fears that the local communities, the other groups might come up one day to say this happened. I know you have the capacity to wage on that.
South African company Cement Group has now won the contract to begin operations in the Enugu coal industry.
We are willing and able, we bring the experience, the expertise, the knowledge, but we also recognize that we can only do this very successfully in conjunction with the local team, the local experts, as well as the people who are going to be carrying out the actual work on the ground.
The emphasis here is the need for local partnerships to revive the sector, create jobs, and generate power. Enugu State Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi says he's excited about the prospects.
This meeting offers the Enugu State government a chance to establish a viable partnership with Cement Group, South Africa, towards the exploitation of our coal deposit for purposes of power generation, a matter of great national importance and consequence.
Even though it's just a start, all parties to this deal, including Nigerians who would benefit from power generation, say they are optimistic for a good outcome in the end.
And now joining me on the program News Across Nigeria to take a closer look at the developments in the coal industry in Enugu State. I'm now being joined by Mr. Fidel Ayogu, who is the Commissioner for Environment and Mineral Resources, Enugu State. It's great to have you on the program, sir.
Thank you very much.
Now, tell us, what's the deal like, actually, to revive the process? I mean, the coal industry in Enugu State. What's the process like? What can you tell us about it?
Yeah, the process is we used to have coal before the introduction of hydrocarbon, but now right now we are revisiting coal again. That is the solid mineral. The idea is that with value addition, it's going to give us electricity, it's going to give us employment, and it's going to give us other value-added deliverances, resulting from the exploitation and exploration of coal in Enugu State.
All right. Now, it is a great achievement, I will say, but looking at it wholeheartedly, the partnership with the foreign investors from South Africa, what's it going to be like as well? I mean, what are we looking at in the long term? Is it just going to be a partnership between the state government and the foreign investors from South Africa, or will the federal government will also be carried along, as soon as possible?
Yes, the issue is that the issue of solid minerals or mineral resources are issue of federal government, but the state, happens to be the landlord where the mineral is. So it is going to be a kind of a tripartite arrangement where the federal government will come with its own, and then the state will just be keyed into it. So it's not going to be an affair of only state and South Africa. It's going to be an affair of the federal government and South Africa, and then the state being the hosting state. We come in there as the constitution allows. There are expert laws for that.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Fidel Oyogu, the Commissioner for Environment and Mineral Resources on Enugu State. We thank you so much for your thoughts on that one. All right. Now, we're still definitely taking a look at what's happening as regards the coal industry in Enugu State. And right about now, I'm being joined by Channels Television's business editor, Bosun Omofai, to take us through the benefits, if you like, concerning this happening in Enugu State. So, Bosun, what are we really looking at here for Nigeria, the economy, in fact?
It's very surprising that we have to wait for the South Africans to come in here before we begin to do some form of beneficiation of coal to the extent that it can become a product that could be used for energy. Already, of course, Dangote Industries pay dollars to import some coal from South Africa to power some of its plants here in the country, and it's also got a mining license to also start processing coal to use for energy. So that is good, and this is what could be sourced locally without taking the effects outside the country. Bring the South Africans into the equation. Coal energy, South Africa has the wherewithal, they know how to work on it. I'm not sure we still have what it takes to deliver that, so we need the South Africans
because it's been abandoned for a very long time.
Because it's been abandoned, all the initial investors left decades ago. So that we're starting from ground zero all over again, and that's the bad news for the country, that we're starting at a very difficult time when this would have been part of our energy mix.
Now, let's really look at it. I mean, should we really even be talking about coal energy at this point in time? Because the world is really moving to clean and renewable energy. I mean,
the coal energy is still there in Europe, in different parts of the world. It's there in the US, it's in other parts of the world. Yes, we need to look at how to reduce our carbon footprint. But again, the kind of energy that we need to industrialize light, heavy manufacturing in a country heavily populated like Nigeria is not what solar can immediately deliver. So you will need to work very quickly on hydro. We have almost 2 dozens of dams in Nigeria that are largely abandoned, not functioning. So we can use water, which we have in abundance, which is a form of clean energy. We have a bit of wind in north central, a little bit to the north. We can use solar, Katsina, and that corridor all the way down. So we can use biofuel as well.
Oh, great. So it's really something to look forward to.
But coal is still there. Coal is still part of the equation, and I'm sure we can still make some good out of it without really offending the green energy people.
All right, thank you so much, Bosun Omofoy, for your thoughts on that one.